Hello and welcome to First Look Florida State Women's Basketball. Tom Block and Keith Jones. Sue Semrau has done such a terrific job with this program over the years. Back in the NCAA tournament last year, Keith, that's 7 of 8 seasons for Sue in the postseason, which obviously is the goal and it's what they hit every year. This year, though, it's going to be a revamped team. They lost 5 seniors from a year ago.
3 of those seniors double-figure scorers in Rodriguez and Davis and DeLuzio, but you get some new guys in. I use the term guys, male or female. One, a redshirt freshman that comes in from Northwestern in Jones, and then Kai James, who might be one of the most high-profile recruits that Sue has brought in, just unbelievably, out of West Palm Beach Dyer High School. They have to replace people, and no offense to those that left, but maybe those that are coming in are actually more talented, just less experienced.
Well, one name that is not gone from last year is Natasha Howard, and she's been a 3-year starter. I mean, she'll be a 4-year starter, obviously, after this year, and she's the backbone here.
She does all things. She can score, she can rebound, she can run the court. She'll be the leader because all these other youngsters will be just that, youngsters. But I think Sue is very, very comfortable, the staff very, very comfortable that Howard can handle that responsibility.
A lot of turnover in terms of the roster, and also changing teams that you'll play because the ACC has expanded now.
You know, it's interesting because when you're playing Duke and North Carolina and Maryland, that's probably the upper 5, 3 of the 5 in the country. Now you start adding in, you know, Louisville next year, you add in Syracuse, you add in Notre Dame. It gets very interesting on the women's side. Maybe not the powers that we associate on the men's side, but equally dominant programs on the women's side that'll be coming to Tallahassee to visit. It'd be great opportunity for fans to see some real quality basketball.
We are just getting started. Coming up, we will preview the season ahead and introduce you to some of the Seminole stars. So stay with us. We're coming back with more right after this.
It was just last year that the Florida State women's basketball team went through a makeover. Well, once again, they'll need another one after losing 5 seniors and only returning 3 active players from last year's roster.
It's fun, it's challenging. I think it'll be exciting for the fans, and you know, it keeps us on our toes. We have a lot of different options. We're very, very versatile in the style that we can put on the floor. There's a soap opera, I think, called Young and the Restless, and certainly we don't want to be a soap opera, but that's what we are. You know, we're young and they're restless to get an opportunity to play, to prove themselves, and I love the talent that we have on the floor. The only real issues I see with our team this year is our lack of depth, but I do like the fact that we have a tighter-knit group where everybody's going to have to be counted upon.
But this isn't the first time the Seminoles have faced this problem.
Well, we did it back in 2004, and it's really kind of a nice issue to have because you know that the combinations are going to be solid. You know, there's times when you look down the bench and you're like, you know, who do I have that can help us? Now you know exactly who you have, how they can help you, and I think the players will thrive in that environment as well.
Even with a short bench, the Noles have high hopes for the season.
I think we could do it with the 4 freshmen and Maya coming in to play with us in December. I think we could make it all the way.
My biggest thing, like our team this year, like I really want to upset people. Like a lot of people are looking at us like Florida State. You know, like when you get recruited to, it's like, why you go to Florida State? Like why you go to Tennessee and stuff like that? And I just want to like, I know we can. A lot of the older girls are telling me it's gonna be hard, but I really want to like upset some people.
I think this year just kind of making our mark. You know, we have such a new team and just showing that we will be for the next 4 or 3 years a team to contend with. You won't look over Florida State. We're going to show up every day and we're going to work our butts off to beat you.
The Noles don't want to be thought of as underdogs, but their identity is yet to be determined.
Well, I think we're still developing that personality. Our team will be even more different in December when we bring Amaya Bingley onto the court with us, having sat out that year of residency after her transfer. And so I think our team will continue to evolve over the course of the season, and there's some exciting pieces to that as well.
Those pieces heavily consist of this big group of newcomers for the Seminoles, which have matured quickly.
I think our freshmen in some ways have moved into what we call a sophomore season. They need to step up and be big for us this year.
It's just the fact of the hunger that freshmen and new people bring to the team and just the excitement, and then they come into practice every day just ready to learn, and their eyes are wide open and they're just really excited, and that's what makes it so refreshing. It's just everybody's so hungry. So we're willing to learn whatever we need to do. We're willing to do whatever the coaches tell us to do in order to be successful.
And already before the season gets into full gear, Coach Sue can see that her team is living out their motto, be more.
They are so willing to give more, and in giving more, I think the result is that you become more. And that has been a joy to watch this team develop that already. I think you'll be so impressed with the competitiveness and the energy that this group brings. They're hungry, and it's exciting to coach a hungry team. Again, we're young and we're restless right now, and we're excited for what's ahead.
Hi, I'm Natasha Howard. My team is my family.
Natasha Howard speeds down the court, up and in, count the bucket, and an and one coming.
Howard is all about family. Fitting, that's her word for the season. But her family extends past blood.
Family is important to me, and without family, it's really nothing. I'm playing for a team that's my second family. That's why I chose it. And we are like we close, so they like my sisters, so that's why I call them my family. Like that's why my word is family, because we so close, and nobody can't break our bond like what we have going on right now.
Now Natasha will need to be the mothering figure of this family, as she's just one of 2 seniors on the team, as well as the team captain.
Coach who said I deserved it. I've been working my tail off since I've been here. I accept it, and I need to do what I need to do to be a captain, like be the leader on and off the floor.
Well, she's become vocal along with just doing what we needed her to do, and she works harder than anybody on the floor every day, every possession, and that's somebody that you want to be the captain of your basketball team, somebody that is embodying everything that you're trying to be on the court, and Natasha is that. And you know, obviously she has the respect from being somebody that produces, not just somebody that goes out there and works hard and all, but she produces in that as well, and she'll be the lead dog for our team this year.
It means a lot, because she believes in me, and she knows my work ethic, everything that I've been, like everything that I did since I got here, and she knows that I'm able to handle anything that comes my way.
Already this season, Howard has proved just that when the team was in Africa.
I was taking a nap, and my sister, she texted me and told me that my brother got shot in the head. And I ain't believe it at the time, because I'm like, no, it didn't happen. Then she told me it's true. Like, it really hurts me, and I had to go to Coach and tell Coach what happened. It was just hard. It was just hard for me, because I wanted to go to Italy, but I'm like going home was more important to see, to be by my brother and be by my family, especially my mother, because she definitely needed me when I was there. Just spent a lot of time with my brother at the hospital, just talking to him, telling him that he's gonna make it. God is watching over you. We here for you. You're gonna make it. And now, right now, he's in rehab. He's doing real good.
But even in the wake of some of the most terrifying news anyone could receive, Howard never let it faze her.
I actually was surprised with Tosh, because she was so strong about it in a way, and she was she wasn't worried about dampening the mood.
And on the court, Howard is even stronger.
She's a piece of our family that is a giver 100% of the time. And so for her to pick that as a word, that when things are hard, and they're going to be, that she would immediately call back to that word and realize, this is why I do it, and this is who I am, and this is what I believe in.
Coming up, we'll sit down with freshman Britney Brown, who's always one step ahead on the basketball court. You'd expect her to be thinking WNBA, but it's actually NBA that she has on the brain. An explanation right after this.
We gotta get it going. We gotta get it going. Okay, last year we scored probably 80 points a game, but we gave up about 70 points a game. We're gonna score 80 points a game, okay? But we're not gonna give up 70 points a game. We're gonna be a better rebounding team. We're gonna be a better defensive team. So let's get after it, okay? Here we go.
All right, on three. 1, 2, 3.
Fight, here we go, down at this end. All right, step in, show them how it's done, Tasha. Somebody takes a charge. Everybody runs, helps them up. Good job, LC. Step off. You all right today? I'm good. I'm real sad too. But on to the future. On to the big coaching thing, okay?
Not many women's basketball players have NBA on their radar, but freshman Britney Brown does. That's because for Brown, NBA stands for Next Best Action.
I get frustrated with a lot of things, and so if I just think NBA, like next best action, like, so if I turn it over or something, just think about the next best action that you can do, so just to keep that in my mind.
One of the things that Britney tends to do is to get down on herself if she's not perfect. She is a perfectionist, and you can't be in the game of basketball. It makes her a great player. It makes her work extremely hard.
She is so explosive. She's very strong. She can handle the ball. She can finish at the basket very strong, and she's very passionate. And you can't teach that. You can't teach passion.
A perfectionist at heart, Brown has spent her first few months on the court asking as many questions as possible to anyone who will answer them.
She wants to learn. The very first week Britney got here, she was asking people, you know, how do you do this move, or how do you do that? Or sometimes she would sit in and watch some of the men's players do individual workouts and ask them, hey, when you went this way, you know, like, what do I do when they come over the screen? And so she just wants to learn, and that right there is just that she's going to be just fine, and she's going to do great this year.
Part of striving for perfection is being the daughter of coaches, as both mom and dad have coached her in high school, helping to give her an edge in being ready to play immediately.
And there was a lot that they taught me that prepared me for like what I'm going through now in college too, so that helps a lot. And then there was just a lot of things that I was prepared for, I knew because of them.
Having a relationship with them, once she committed to come to Florida State, being able to talk with them about what we needed her to develop to be ready early was really a gift.
What also helped was an impressive senior season where Brown averaged 18 points, 4 assists, and 6 steals a game, leading her high school to the state championship game, hitting 2 buzzer beaters in the state tournament.
Rebound, and they have to get it down court quickly. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Here's the shot by Brown. It is good!
Oh my goodness!
It was crazy. It's the best feeling in the world. I honestly wouldn't have got that shot though if because my teammates were screening and stuff like that and were getting me open, but I guess when you hit it, if I could go back and do it, I would. The whole just the atmosphere, if your whole team coming and grabbing you and stuff like that and happy for you and stuff, it was just crazy.
Now Brown takes her game to the college courts, where she is working even harder in order to make the Seminole squad better and to prove that she, along with her freshman counterparts, are the real deal.
Most of us were like underrated players, so then we kind of have like a chip on our shoulder, like against some of those like North Carolina and stuff, talk about, oh, they're like the best recruiting class. I mean, we kind of have something to prove, but then it's like we really shouldn't focus on that. Like we should just focus on like our goal, like as a team. But I don't know, I just think we're the underdogs and I just really want to upset people.
Seeing her growing as a player, she's just been working hard every single day. Like the coaches tell her something, she do it, or she don't get it, she asks questions. Like it's hard coming in as a freshman and everything's thrown at you with her. Like she getting it.
And expect the freshman to have an instant impact as long as she stays focused on NBA.
For her to put that together and to be able to make it click, it's already paying dividends for her.
Coming up, we'll introduce you to redshirt sophomore Morgan Jones, a McDonald's All-American out of high school, but she's focused not just on being the best on the court, but off of it as well. Her story is straight ahead. Stay with us.
It's never easy to watch from the sideline, to see your teammates on the court with thousands of fans cheering at the top of their lungs. After transferring from Northwestern after just one season, Morgan Jones had to wait for her time to come to suit up in the garnet and gold. A year of patience for her first year in Tallahassee.
It was hard. It was definitely hard, especially the home games. That was the hardest part because those are the fun. That's what you work so hard for is, you know, the starting lineups and everybody's cheering and excited and just that adrenaline rush you get when you're about to play. And that was probably the hardest part of sitting out. But I definitely, you know, worked on my game. The coaches stayed involved with me. They really helped me do other things off the floor and even on the floor with helping my game and getting me ready for this year.
Morgan gives us an extreme positive personality. She is a facilitator, she gets everybody else involved, she's got a great mind for basketball, and she gets everybody really believing. She's somebody who, even though she's only played 1 year of college basketball, and that wasn't here in Tallahassee, she has extreme confidence in her ability to take a team to another level.
And that's Jones' purpose for this year's team, to be more than just a basketball player, to be a complete teammate and student athlete who gives everyone the capability to succeed both on and off the court.
Be more than yourself. Be more than worried about, you know, the concerns of you. You know, just be a total person. When you go out in the community, when you go to tutoring, when you're in class, you know, sit in the first 3 rows of class. Be on time. Don't text in class. Those type of things is, you know, be more, because as much as we might not see, it does reflect our program and our culture and what we believe in. My purpose here is more than myself, and sometimes it's more than basketball. You know, it's just being a complete person and a complete player and making the best out of every situation. And even though at times it gets really hard, you have to know the little things you're doing is for a bigger purpose.
And it's finally time for Jones to put on that uniform, to hear her name called at the Tucker Center for the very first time.
Number 1, Morgan Jones.
Everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses, and just to be able to bring IQ to the game, to our game, to bring a taller guard to the game, like my purpose on the team, and to help the freshmen get the different drills, everything that we're going through is just to help make our team and this year successful.
And Jones is ready to do just that this season, to lead by example and with words that carry a deeper meaning, to understand what purpose truly means, and to embody that on a daily basis.
Love that she chose that word, because there are so many different purposes that she's going to fulfill for us. And she has purpose. And for her to narrow her purpose in who she is on the court, off the court, is going to be so important, because like I said, she was able to morph into so many different personalities. She's got to have the purpose to become Morgan Jones now. And what Morgan Jones can do for Florida State, and what Morgan Jones can do for Morgan Jones in the future. I think that purpose is, you're going to see a lot of fulfillment to that this year. Welcome back. Some final thoughts as the season is ready to tip off here, KJ. Florida State was picked
5th and 6th in the preseason ACC polls, depending on your poll of preference. They've been a perennial NCAA team, and there's no reason to think that's not going to continue this year, based on the old ingredients mixed with the new.
It's really interesting on the women's side because Florida State, as you mentioned, have been to the tournament so consistently. What Sue and the group need to do now is kind of elevate their position. Recall they won their first round game last year, but then had to take on Baylor, who was everybody's favorite to win the national championship. Do a little bit better in your conference, get a little better showing in the conference tournament, get a little higher seeding, and stay away from that second round versus the number one seed.
That was just a bad draw. Obviously,
exactly.
They went to the Elite Eight a couple of years ago, but they have been in the upper echelon in the ACC, and I would suspect that would continue this season. He's Keith, I'm Tom. Folks, enjoy the season, and we'll see you next time right here.